in some ways, that's what your light looks like. You know, what you do and what you're good at, and how your brain soaks up information, and how you use that information. So for me, music is that.
Welcome to Conversations from Studio 5. I'm your host, Ephraim Graham, and this is your podcast to connect lifestyle and entertainment with popular culture and faith. This week, I am so excited about our guest. We're sitting down with inspirational singer and songwriter Dominique Jones. Now, you may know her as simply Doe. You also may recall He Wants It All from Forever Jones. That's her family group. Well, she is now solo. We caught up with her in Nashville shortly after the Stellar Awards to talk more about her music and her music project that's called Clarity. Here now is Doe Jones.
Let's talk about Clarity, your solo project.
Yeah.
How long was it to give birth to this? Was it 9 months? How long was the pregnancy?
Right? There are some songs on there that are like eight years old.
Wow.
Yeah. Brighter's the oldest child on the album.
Wow.
Yeah. And, so I picked out of my little arsenal, and then they put me in writing sessions with people. And, there was this moment where I was sending songs to the label and saying, what do you think about this? Because I just knew I was a great songwriter. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna show them what I could do, but there are a lot of great songwriters in our industry that they come into contact with. And so there was a lot of like, okay, this is nice, but I want to hear something more genuine, and them sending me back to the drawing board. And that was like really good for me. There was a breaking point. You start to think, okay, maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was. And that may seem like it's not healthy, but it's healthy because when you think that you're the best thing since sliced bread, you're not challenged. You don't challenge yourself, And there was this breaking point for me where I feel like I struck water because I kept digging. And that's where I Try was born. That's my baby. I love that song. Mm-hmm. And then every song after that, it was just like, I found another part of myself that was more honest than I ever thought I could be.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's go through just a couple of the tracks. I'd like to get your reaction. When I Pray.
When I Pray. I was praying with a dear friend in New York who was battling depression and anxiety and just other things. And I just kept thinking about my dad's message of prayer. And I say this everywhere. He's like, prayer is the ancient wireless system where there are no drop calls. He's always said that. He's always been like, we're going to start a prayer movement. We're going to make prayer popular again. It's his heart, and it has always been his heartbeat. And so I was just thinking about his words as we were praying, and the words just kind of, my brother put on a piano sample, and the words just came. That song was very easy to write because I feel like it was being written for us. We just had to be in position to catch those lyrics and be, present in the moment. I remember I called my family upstairs, like, you guys, we're putting choir vocals on this. Just get in the room and on the mic. And it was fun.
Nice. You mentioned Brighter's one of the oldest. So
yeah.
Tell me about that.
That song, I think that I was writing, so like everybody has these like internal processors and how they understand and express in life. And in some ways, that's what your light looks like. What you do and what you're good at, and how your brain soaks up information and how you use that information. So for me, music is that. And so that's where that line comes in. Like, I like to use my brain for you and use it to write songs for you. And you're getting all the best of me because I'm giving all the best of me. And I feel like this is the best of me, is words and lyrics. And so people hear that and they're like, oh, this sounds like a love song. The first template that the videographer put together was to a couple just having fun and being in love. And I was like, whoa. That's actually not what this song is. I wouldn't mind it, just make sure the guy is handsome. I'm kidding. But I was like, yeah, it's actually about how like I could use all of these gifts for my ambitions and nobody would judge me because that's the world we live in. They'd be like, she's getting her bag. She's killing it, you know?
Yes.
But there's an enhancement that I experience when I shine for Jesus and when I live a life that's other-centered. And that's where the line comes in, my light shines brighter when it shines for two.
Nice. Clarity?
Clarity. So that song's really self-explanatory because it's telling the story of my life. And just all the layers that I put on in being a pastor's kid and being someone who's, somewhat like high profile within a church community. I hate using that because no one's better than anyone else, but you're always on stage. People see you a lot and, just feeling this pressure to be perfect and whatnot. And so God, this whole album really is this journey of God stripping back those layers and saying like, can you give me you? I can use you, but I don't want a version of what you think people are more comfortable with. I want to use you, the you that I made, the quirky you,
the things that you think are flaws.
Exactly. Yeah, he can use it all and bake the best kind of pound cake in your life.
I love it. Take me back.
Take me back is just an honest prayer. There are ebbs and flows within your prayer journey in life. Maybe not for the person who prays 14 hours a day, but for me, definitely. And so, like I said, I always want to be honest. And I think there is a moment where everything gets so easy to do because you have been doing it for so long that it just becomes this rhythm and religion. And you like that because you can wrap your mind around that. But stepping outside of that and allowing God to change you on a daily basis and putting your heart before God and saying, take me back to there's this line, take me back to nothing. Like, take me back to that moment where I didn't have all of this stuff to do. And it really was just me and you. And I was trying to figure out life, but I was so captivated by who you were. And that was all I needed. And so it's just this deep, honest prayer.
I love it. Music seems to have always been a part of your life. Was there ever a thought of doing anything else?
There's always a thought of it. What's funny? Anytime I get like a week off, I'm like, I'm gonna go be in real estate.
Are you serious?
I can't tell you how many times I start looking for odd jobs on Indeed if I have too much time on my hands. I know, right? It's like this thing of like, what else can I get my hands into?
Wow.
And I still want to be in real estate, but I don't know. I could teach high school. I could teach like the arts class, like the musical arts class. Cause I just like making kids do things they never thought they could do and showing them their potential. Like that's fun for me. So yeah, I have 3 college degrees, so I could go get that was the thing. When I moved to Dallas, I was like, I'm not going to use this to go get a 9-to-5 because I will never ask for permission to leave town again. So I got my Uber license. And
Was Doe driving Uber?
I was. And I was doing a good job too. I was doing a real good job. And I met lots of people. And there was this couple, there was one time when I told this couple, yeah, I sing. And I told them I sang on Cycles with Jonathan McReynolds. And they got really awkward. And I was like, oh, they think I'm making all of this up. And years later, there was a DM that I got on Instagram, and they were like, "You remember us? You dropped us off for our honeymoon, and we love your music." And they weren't mean or anything, but I was like, I probably look really ridiculous right now. My hair was in like pigtails on top of my head, and I'm driving them around Uber and telling them like, "Yeah, I'm in the industry," and so. Wow. But yeah, there's lots to do. I'm a person that could do anything except be at a desk staring at the wall for hours. Some people can do that. I can't.
Not you.
Don't do that to me. Yeah.
You mentioned Jonathan McReynolds. I'd like to go over just some of the people you've worked with. Sure. I love when I'm listening to a song and your voice pops up unexpected. Oh, okay. I know who that is. Yeah. So you mentioned Jonathan McReynolds. Yeah. That connection. Yeah. What's that done?
So I sent Jonathan, maybe like a year ago, I sent him our first Twitter DM. And because I was like, this is where the friendship started. I'm that annoying friend, right? And we just had a deep admiration for each other's musical expression.
Wow.
And it's so funny because anytime you take a picture, you're a single girl, you take a picture with a single guy, the whole world's going to think it's something else, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so there were moments where we just played into it because it's funny, you know? But our relationship has always been about like the music and just like, I loved his first album that I heard with Everything and No Gray on it really got me through a tough time. So it was just like, okay, whichever one of us like, you know, makes it first in this industry, the other one will be on that person's project. And he kept his word. You know what I mean? Like that's huge, right? He kept his word. So I wrote on one song on a project, and then when Cycles came up, he sent it to me and was like, hey, what do you can you want to come sing at my live recording? And I was like, yes. And it happened to be a very powerful song, you know, and I love that song.
Nice. Maverick City.
I don't know, I love working with them. They had been trying to get me to come to a writing camp for a while. Hadn't been able to come, and then I was able to make it, and I showed up, and I think I had connected with JJ over the phone, and he texted me and just invited me out there, so I came, and I don't think the first session was where camp is where we wrote Breathe. I don't know, but it's just it's the most beautiful chaos there. It's like there's so many creative people, and then you have the administrative cat herders that are like, "Hey, get in here," because all of us are everywhere, you know. So, but I was really excited to work on Breathe, and we didn't realize that it was perfect for the timing and where we were in the world with the I Can't Breathe. Like it was like God knows what he's doing. We thought we was writing a song telling people don't stop praying, but it all coincided, you know, so it was beautiful.
That song actually came out at a time where my wife was having difficulty breathing and I had to have a lung biopsy and all this other stuff. So that was really getting me. I was like, oh my gosh, we both took breath for granted. Right. It's not until you don't have it that you realize, this is life.
Right. Yeah.
Just the simple.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Travis Green.
Have you interviewed Travis?
Yes, before? I have a couple of times.
So you know why I'm laughing. Yes. Nobody knows he's that funny and crazy,
yes,
right?
He is.
Love Travis. Yeah, so his MD, Brunice Charles, and I are really good friends. Love Brunice.
I was actually with him and Major a couple of months ago.
Were you?
Yes.
He's the best. So I was on tour with Sarah Jakes, and he was the MD for the worship team. And I was just part of the worship team. And he said, I would love for you to do this duet with Travis. I think you'd be great. And so they flew me in to New York one morning. I did the Vivo thing. That same day I went home. And then they were like, we want to do a fully produced version of it. And we did that. I didn't even see Travis when we did that.
Wow.
I did it in the studio upstairs at our house in Shreveport with my brother.
Whoa.
Yeah. And then did the vocoder thing on my phone through an app. And so, you know, it just is like this fun. Some people have done duets together and never seen each other.
I know.
Yeah. So.
Nice. Last one, VOO Church.
They're my family. Shreveport, the church I went to, the pastor's name are Pastors Denny and Deonza Duran. Their daughter is Don Cherie, and she's married to Rich. And so I grew up with their family, and so they're a connection like that for me. And that's the crazy thing, that like Transformation, I grew up with Mike. So there were people positioned, and God was just waiting for me to get in place. And there were just churches waiting to invite me out to lead worship. And that's how it, you know what I mean? God knew what he was doing. So VOO Church is like, I go there and I have fun too. I work, but I have fun because they're my family. I always try to make sure there's a day where me and all the girls on their staff like go eat somewhere and just laugh. And yeah.
I love it. So it doesn't have to be Christian, whatever, if there's any artist out there that Doe would like to collaborate on something
Sure.
with.
I mean, I've been trying to get Yeba to.
Oh!
I would love to sing with her or
Nice.
Peter Collins. He's
Nice.
great. Yeah.
So who are you listening to these days? Who's in your ear?
You know, I'm listening to a lot of like demos and my friends sending me their music and stuff.
Really?
But I don't get to listen to a lot of new, I shouldn't say get to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my car's radio was broken for years, and I just got one that has music. Yeah. So now maybe I'll be listening to somebody.
Yes.
But I love like John Thurlow. I'm sure you don't know who that is, but he does like prayer music.
Oh, wow.
And that's the stuff that I'll turn on for hours to, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Those are the moments where I get to listen to music, mostly.
If you could go back in time and talk to little Doe, what would you tell her?
It's gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. I was really different. I was really different, and so I felt rejection at times and experienced a lot of that. And I think that it's shaped me into this person who wants to make people feel seen. I never want anyone to ever feel like because they're quirky and a little bit weird that they don't matter and that they need to go sit in the corner where all the cool people do whatever. Because I'm that person, and I always will be that person. So I just would tell her like, you're gonna be all right.
Nice.
Yes.
What's next?
So I'm writing for another project now, and I'm really excited about that. We put the album out, and I was like, okay, I'm ready to write for the next one. It was like, no, you need to take this music and go travel and sing it in places. I was like, okay, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent. Can't wait for that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure to talk to you.
Yeah.
What an amazing singer, songwriter, and human being. Doe Jones, thank you so much for joining us for Conversations from Studio 5. Now, for more, you can find Doe's Clarity project. It's available right now. You can also find her on projects with Jonathan McReynolds, Travis Green, Maverick City Music, Voo Church. I could go on and on, but simply search for Doe Jones and you won't be disappointed. I want to thank you for joining me for Conversations from Studio 5 this week. Now, next week, please come back. We're going to sit down with best-selling author Annie F. Dowd. She's talking about chasing the fun. For more information on our show, be sure to check out our Facebook page. You can also search Studio 5 and follow us on Instagram at Studio 5 TV. We look forward to hearing from you and seeing you again next week.